in the shadowed valleys of Thessaly, where the wind speaks in forgotten tongues. A child was born to the noble house of Calidora. Her name was Lykaia. On the night she entered the world, a meteor tore the heavens, and the wolves howled in unison. The priests fell silent. They said she was marked by Artemis herself. Lykaia grew up beneath moonlight and prophecy, her beauty fierce and wild, unlike any maiden of the city. She danced barefoot in the woods, communed with animals, and sang songs no mortal had taught her. People said she was a creature of the night, a child of Artemis, or even a spirit disguised in human flesh. But no one dared say these things to her face, for Lykaia was fearless, and her silver eyes saw through lies as if they were shadows on stone. As she reached womanhood, her fame spread far and wide. Princes came with gifts, warriors with oaths, and poets with verses. But she refused them all. "I belong to no man," she would say, "and no man shall ever claim me." This defiance did not go unnoticed by the gods. Ares, the god of war, saw Lykaia from his crimson throne atop Mount Olympus. She reminded him of no other woman, untamed, proud and radiant with the power of the wild. He desired her not just for her beauty, but because she was unconquered. And Ares, the god of conquest, could not bear what he could not possess. So he came to her not as a god, but in the guise of a mortal hunter, tall, powerful, with storm in his eyes. He spoke of adventure, of danger, of a world beyond her forest. Lykaia, intrigued by this stranger's boldness, allowed him into her circle. For moons they hunted side by side, their bond growing deeper, but her heart remained unclaimed. Ares, losing patience, revealed his divine form under the moonlight. "I am no mere man, Lykaia," he declared, his voice echoing like thunder. "I am Ares, Lord of Battle. I offer you power, immortality, and a place at my side among the gods." But Lykaia, unshaken, answered him with a calm fierceness. "You have strength, Ares, but you lack understanding. I am not a prize for your conquest." Enraged and humiliated, Ares swore vengeance. If he could not have her, then he would ensure that no other could. That night he summoned a curse as old as the Titans. From the dark earth he called forth a beast, an ancient lion with golden fur and venomous breath, said to be born from the chaos before time. He released it into the forest, knowing Lykaia would hear its roar and be drawn to it. True to her nature, Lykaia went to confront the creature. Alone, she tracked it through the mountains, her bow strung and her blade ready. The battle was fierce, and the lion wounded her with its poisoned claws. But with a cry that echoed through the peaks, she drove an arrow through the beast's heart. Triumphant yet gravely wounded, she collapsed beneath a withered olive tree. Her lifeblood soaked into the roots, and the sky darkened with clouds. From Olympus, Artemis watched all that had transpired. Furious at Ares and mourning the fall of her chosen, she descended to the mortal realm. Kneeling beside Lykaia's broken body, the goddess wept, not with sorrow, but with divine rage. With a whisper, Artemis transformed the dying maiden. Lykaia's body shimmered, her wounds sealing, her form shifting. Where she lay, a majestic she-wolf arose, silver-eyed and proud, her howl splitting the heavens. She became Artemis's eternal companion, guardian of the forests, and hunter of divine justice. But the tale does not end there. The venom in Lykaia's blood had not only wounded her, it had changed her. Each full moon, she returned to human form, caught between two worlds. During these nights, her mind was filled with strange visions of battlefields yet to be, of mortals rising against fate, of gods falling from grace. One such night, she saw a young shepherd in her dreams. His name was Thalos, humble and kind, whose music could calm storms and charm beasts. Intrigued, Lykaia found him one evening, playing his flute beneath her olive tree. She watched him for days, always from a distance, until one night she approached, no longer wolf, but woman. Thalos, startled at first, saw the sadness and strength in her eyes. They spoke until dawn, and over many moons, a bond of rare love bloomed, pure, patient, and untainted by power. But Ares, ever watchful, saw this and burned with new fury. He descended once more, disguised again, and challenged Thalos to a duel. The shepherd refused, but Ares struck him down with a blow of godly force. Lykaia arrived too late, finding only the shattered flute and a pool of blood. Her howl that night was said to shake the stars. Artemis appeared beside her and offered her a choice: vengeance or peace. Lykaia chose vengeance, but not of blood. She asked for the power to protect all those who loved freely and without violence. Artemis granted her the gift of transformation at will, not just under the moon. Lykaia became a living myth, a guardian spirit of the wild, protector of the free-hearted, and eternal foe to those who sought to conquer through pride and power. And so, in the forests of Thessaly, when the wind howls through the trees and silver eyes flash in the dark, the people still whisper, Lykaia walks among us. A maiden, a wolf, a warning, and a legacy written not in gold or marble, but in freedom.